The Luma is a name given in Chile to the police baton. I'm from Santiago, Chile. So this is part of my generation because I grew up under the dictatorship of Pinochet. My initial practice was in painting, so my practice was pretty formal, and I have a background that informs all that I do right now in terms of color, composition. But then after a while, it got repetitive, and I started this kind of journey from painting to object, so from the flat to the volume. And in that path, I found out that objects, they were all over. I was kind of just using what there was around to reflect on the world. I work with objects in relation to collective memories and cultural identities, and how objects are loaded with those meanings. So I resignify objects to express all their potential in relation to those two ideas. I started thinking about this wooden Luma, that specific object that is only related to a specific generation of the people of my age. We saw the wooden Luma as part of the uniform of the police, because the new generations have now the new Luma, which is made of polymers, of plastics. They don't see the old Luma anymore. The majority of Chileans don't know that the name of the Luma, the baton, right, comes from the tree which it was made from. I learned this when I was young through my dad, who told me that the Luma is actually a native tree that grows in the southern areas of Chile. I decided to go and find the tree in the region and environment where it grows, and that took me to the island of Chiloé in the south of Chile. The project is presented through 4 different media: film, drawing, archival material, and sculptures. Through the film, I wanted to show the environment where the Luma grows. Through the drawings, I wanted to get closer to identifying the Luma, structure its details. Through the archival material, which is one image, I wanted to show the Luma in action being used by the police in Santiago, Chile, in one of the protests. The Luma wood is not only used to make the baton. In the region where it grows, it's used for agricultural tools, for construction, and mostly for firewood. Also, the tree has a berry, which is also collected very locally, and they make juices and jams, and also it has other medicinal properties. The goal of the project is to show the 2 sides of this object that for me shows this kind of paradox or dichotomy. And at the end, the sculptures aim to open a new ending for the Luma, or a new narrative in which from a hard material now it's reproduced in a maybe more delicate or precarious material, which is soil, and that it degrades and breaks and possibly goes back to its source.